All right, so a couple of folks have been asking me what's going on with my airplane and the annual inspection. Well, if you check this out, I just picked this up. These are the maintenance logs for 7425 Echo. So when you have an airplane, your A&P mechanic, at least in my case, stores, houses, and keeps your logbooks. The logbooks, by the way, are critically important. Without them, your airplane can almost be worthless based on all the FAA regulations and airworthiness directives and things of that nature. So this year I've decided to change mechanics for the annual inspection. Not because I was that disappointed, but I do want some new eyes on my airplane. Now, in order to do that, I had to go back to the old guy to get my logbooks, and it's kind of like breaking up with the girlfriend and having to go to her house and get your clothes and say it's not you, it's me, and it's just temporary, it's just this one date kind of a thing. So that was awkward, to say the least. Awkward. So anyway, so I got the logbooks. I got a dude with me. Hey dude, say hi. We're going to go over to the new place. Justin is he's a great A&P mechanic. We spoke yesterday. They're already working on the business end of Zippy. Already it turns out that the valve openings need to be lapped, so we need to relap the valves. I'm going, that sounds expensive. But we'll go have a look and see kind of what that means. But the good news is they finally got to it. Everybody's backed up. It took me a month just to get them to get the airplane in the hangar. Owning an airplane, you got to have a lot of patience. And luckily, I raised 2 girls, so I got a fair amount. But I can tell you that this week, I should be in Puerto Penasco in that aircraft, sitting out by the pool, listening to some music. But no, instead, we're just now getting to the good part of the annual. But the good news is now it could be as quick as a week from now. I could have my airplane back. We'll be up in the airs. But let's go have a look and see what that situation looks like. Hi, Lyle. How are you? I'm Steele Young. How's everything?
See you. Yeah.
Everything well?
Yep.
I've never seen underneath my valve covers. So you think this is pretty calm? You see anything normal for what do I have? 490 hours?
The shroud here, and then goes into here, which goes into the cabin.
Actually, that's a cabin heat from that, huh?
Cabin heat, yes.
Okay.
That's why it's so important, is because if that's leaking.
So you'll remove this whole assembly right here, right? I assume to get to these valve seats?
Just this one bolt, and then the rocker arm comes out.
Okay.
Yeah. Try it.
Okay.
Rather than trying to, that's an all-day job if we were to pull that whole thing out. And
Yeah.
Some of
Okay, let me just elaborate a little bit more on the engine in the 210. It's a relatively new Continental 0470. The 470 is thought by many to be the most reliable avgas aircraft engine maybe ever produced. I love that thing. And three-bladed Macaulay prop mounted to this thing, and it's just a solid, it makes for a good solid aircraft. I get 158 nautical mile an hour cruise in that 210. I'm extremely pleased with it. They're relapping the valve seats. I misspoke earlier. And they do that by going in through the spark plug hole, and they have some device where they lap around the seat, because I guess we're getting some blow by. Compression on every cylinder was okay, he said. He wasn't overly bragging about it, but all of them are okay. So that's good news. I said, well, how much time does it take to relap a valve seat? And he said it's about 3 hours per cylinder. I went, okay. So you quickly kind of do the math and figure out how quickly your checking account is going to be drained from this event. But overall, I feel comfortable with this guy. He's pretty straightforward. There are things in an airplane that if they have to be done, they don't ask. I mean, you don't have an option, right? You have, without question, if it's got to be done, it's got to be done. There are some things that are related to being airworthy. There are some things that are nice to do now. You could probably wait till next year, kind of a thing. So what you do is you look at all the things that must be done now, and you look at the cost of that and go, I got any money left to afford to do the things that are nice to do now? And so right now it looks pretty good. It looks like we're not going to break the bank with this event. We're going to make the aircraft better once again. Every year the idea is to also put the aircraft back into service and make it a little better and a little stronger and feel a little bit more confident in your bird. And so that's the update on the annual service. With any luck, 7 to 10 days, we'll be airborne again.